That Don't Sound Right is a podcast about talking the way we did before the internet, when you could not prove anyone right or wrong.
All the expertise was contained in the people involved with the conversation. I'm Peter.
I'm Cecil, and I hope you enjoy our conversations. And as you listen, if you find yourself silently saying, that don't sound right, send us a comment. You're one of us. I have probably poured a gallon of coffee into my passenger seat. Over the years.
Yeah.
I'm probably at...
Of the Honda.
Yeah, of the Honda.
All
I'm
right.
probably right at a gallon.
Welcome back to another episode of That Don't Sound Right, a podcast about talking. We're your co-host. I'm Peter Billman.
I'm Cecil Davis.
And we're just trying to have a conversation like we usually do without Google or fact-checking. Those things can so easily kill the conversation.
I killed the conversation last night. The question was, who was the first album to get the Parental Advisory label? And
on a music CD.
On music
Okay.
CDs. And so...
not movies, because we know who did PG-13, right? Who caused
right.
PG-13?
That was after Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that started when,
That and I think also the Goonies.
Oh, the Goonies?
No. It was Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
Gremlins.
Right.
I think
Yep.
those two movies came out at the same time. But anyway,
the
you're talking
Advisory.
about Parental Advisory.
We looked it up. I killed the conversation. It stopped the conversation.
Well, how long did you go for? Did you feel
Not long, because we each had our answer, and so then we wanted to see who was right. Because there's no way to determine, as you know, who was right without looking it up.
Okay.
So,
So you're going to leave. Go ahead, tell us.
Yeah, well, so the first album to get it was, I had guessed it was Snoop Dogg's album.
Snoop Dogg.
Because of we're talking about that because of the Olympics.
Oh,
But
right.
Actually, the first one to get the label was Two Live Crew's album.
Okay.
But it started with Purple Rain.
Which is,
Tipper Gore.
from Prince, right?
Right. Who Tipper Gore was the vice president's wife.
Huh?
Bought the album for her daughter and had some lyrics that
How old was the daughter?
she didn't appreciate. I guess she was like in her tweens or something.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And so that was what prompted
So she went on a rampage and got this thing going.
That's what got it started.
I got you.
Was Purple
All right.
Rain.
All
Yeah.
right.
So, but
you killed the conversation.
Killed
It
the
sounded like this
conversation.
conversation had run its course, would you say?
Potentially. Yeah. We talked about it more after that. Plus, the person who had guessed correctly was happy that they had guessed correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is good to...
We're not anti-Google. We're just anti-killing the conversation.
Right. It's good to validate somebody when they're right.
Absolutely.
Or to validate yourself.
It was not me that was right. I was wrong.
Well,
I guessed incorrectly.
You're a big man for admitting it.
I was wrong.
Hey, look, so I wanted to talk about this particular topic. So my mom is searching for some new couches and love seats.
Okay.
All right. And it got me to thinking about our couch and love seat and people's couch and love seats, upholstery and whatnot.
Oddly enough, my wife is shopping for a couch today.
And I think about all the things that we as Americans clean and wash.
Yes.
Rugs. We
Right.
wash our cars. We
Absolutely.
wash our bed sheets, pillows, and everything.
Clothes, shoes.
How often do we wash or clean our upholstery on our couches and chairs? And I'm just, so, I'm reluctant to bring this up because it's going to reveal something about our family. But I did send out some text messages to some listeners to get their view. And my guess, and this is what don't sound right, that most of us don't clean these things.
I would say most people don't. And there's the running joke about finding stuff in the couch.
Yeah, right. But that's different though than that's under the cushions.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what's in the cushion.
Right.
What's in the upholstery.
Yeah. Well, you can't really clean what's on the frame of the couch. You can't take that off typically.
Right.
Unless you have like a sectional that has like a slip cover.
And well, exactly, right. And then also the fabric itself has to be generally can't be cleaned with water. Cannot be cleaned with water, or can be cleaned with water or a solvent, or only with a solvent, or only vacuum. Those are like those actually are the four categories that you can do. And I'm just thinking, I polled not a lot of people, half a dozen people. Half a dozen people.
How many clean them?
One. Yeah.
One, because it's difficult. You don't think about it first.
You don't think about it. It's difficult. Someone should say when they got barfed on. When there's a major spill, of course you're going to clean that. But like kind of maintenance, like vacuuming your rug or steam cleaning your rug. Right. I got one response when they had the rug steam cleaned. They went ahead and did the upholstery on their couches and their.
Sometimes people do it like when it needs to be cleaned, they just reupholster it.
Oh, well, that's
biggest to the point where it looks like it needs to be cleaned. It
probably just needs to be replaced. Right, is what you're saying, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right.
So we have cleaned our upholstery when we have a sectional that has a slipcover, where the whole slipcover comes off.
Is this here in the living room here?
We have one currently right now where the whole thing can come off and be laundered.
Okay.
Put back on. No, but when we had the more traditional couch, no.
Right. Well, like these blue chairs here in this Camel City studio.
Right. No, they wouldn't. I mean, no.
Yeah. We're the same.
Right.
We're the same.
But they would get upholstered and reupholstered.
But you'll get them. Had these been reupholstered?
Once, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one. I guess that is one way to do it.
Yeah. So, but I think it's just too hard. I mean, it's all attached. Because most couches, the fabric is attached.
Right. You have to bring somebody in or have the equipment to steam it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way to do it. And I have heard of people owning their own small steamers
for their couches
just to do this kind of work.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And they'll do it on a monthly basis.
Really?
Yeah. Or every 6-month basis is
out of your test group. Was it that one person doing that?
I got out of the test group. It was once every 6 months, once every month, and once every 5 years
with a steam cleaner.
With a steam cleaner, with either they owned it or they had somebody come in and do it.
Okay.
No. No. But it just got me thinking of with allergies and the way we like to keep things clean, kind of as a society.
Right.
It just don't sound right to me that the upholstery in general doesn't have that kind of maintenance.
Neglected.
It's that kind of neglect, unless, and it's not neglect. I mean, if you barf on it, you spill spaghetti sauce on it.
Yeah.
Then of course you're going to do some spot cleaning immediately. You're going to go after it.
Well, there's some people listening right now that are probably saying, "Oh, I clean it every month."
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, "What are you?" They're thinking they'll never sit down to their house.
That's right. We're not going to go visit them.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not it's all that kind of stuff is difficult to clean. I think the same thing about car seats.
Right.
Like, you've got to put some effort into cleaning a car seat.
Again, what do the detailers use? They use these steam cleaners.
I have probably poured a gallon of coffee into my passenger seat. Over the years, I'm probably at
of the Honda.
Yeah, of the Honda. So I'm probably right at a gallon in that seat.
Okay, right.
Because I'll sit.
And what if you do?
I spot clean it.
All right,
and it's black, so you can't tell it.
Right.
But eventually, I need to steam clean it.
Right.
Do you steam clean your upholstery?
I don't. Now, fortunately, I guess as a family, we seem to be very neat.
Uh-huh. I mean, neat family, yeah.
But we don't. Spills just generally don't happen. Like in our cars, I mean, we go on road trips, right? 12-hour road trips, 2 or 3 times a year, and somehow I've been able to dodge the grape juice bullet. Huh. I've been able to dodge the Pepsi bullet. I haven't been able to dodge the barf bullet. But
do you have leather?
No, I never get leather. Huh. We never get leather. But leather is probably easier to clean.
Right.
But fortunately, I've been able to dodge those bullets. So our seats are relatively in clean condition. But I've seen when I'm usually shopping for cars, some older cars, and I see some of these seats that are like,
they're
just yeah.
Right.
But I'm assuming that these steam cleaners that these detailers have, they should.
Right. They should. Yeah, I would feel fine with this if they were steam cleaned. But now you've got me thinking about all the upholstery in the house.
Well, me too. What are you thinking?
But also, I was thinking about all the stuff we sat on in college. Like, we had a couch.
Yes.
We had a couch.
You got it off the street and you didn't clean it.
No, we had a couch off the street.
You slept on it and you didn't clean it.
It was the best sleep I ever had.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, we had a couch that I don't remember where we got it from.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And we had it. It just, like, couches just appear in college.
Right.
Like you said, you got it from somebody else when they were moving out, or somebody left it in the apartment or the dorm. Yeah, this thing, it was not.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, college furniture.
All of us slept on.
college furniture. Now that gets to the point. At least the couch we had, it was actually a sleeper sofa. It got to the point where we just had to throw it away because it was not staying together. It was not able to hold. It was not holding together.
Anytime the cushions start to feel heavy.
Yeah, well, it's like your car. I bet you have, like you said, it probably weighs 7 pounds,
right?
7 to 10 pounds more because of the soft and coffee. Yeah. Well, it's probably dried up. So
it's dry.
Hopefully it's dried up down there.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've looked over, and I'll have a travel cup, and I'll be like, my travel cup's empty. I'm like, it turned over in the because I get in, I'm thinking,
wait, why is it?
Well, it's because one of my cup holders now is occupied by a cell phone holder.
I've seen that. Yeah, Can I really make a recommendation on that? I drove your car the other day and I saw that. Very awkward spot, in my opinion.
Yes.
I think a better solution for you is the kind that mounts to the glass.
Yeah.
And it's an arm that comes down. And instead of putting it in the center underneath your rearview mirror, you put it off to the left.
Oh, really?
You put it next to that.
My cup holder back.
Post, and you get your cup holder back, and you can reduce the amount of coffee deposited into your seat.
Because usually I have like a cup of water with me.
Yeah.
And so then I'm trying to find a place for the water and the coffee. I'm like, well, the coffee won't spill. And so.
But the coffee does.
But the coffee does spill. And I can't imagine if they did like steam clean that cushion, what would come out. You'd have
but what's the guide you thinking about the upholstery at your house now?
Yeah. But the funny thing is that most of all of the stuff we have currently has been reupholstered recently.
Okay, so you're good to go. All right.
And the current couch has a slipcover.
Do you find that reupholstering is less expensive than buying new?
Oh, no, upholstering is expensive.
I know it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very.
But when you find a couch you like,
right,
you go for it.
Yeah. It's funny how, do you remember when you bought your first couch after you got married?
Yeah.
Was it an adventure? Like a process?
Yeah, we had to, so Bunny and I really had to start talking about expectations when going into any kind of store.
Right.
So the expectation discussion kind of goes like this. Are we going to look? Or are we going to buy?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I had to make sure that I understood that this was just a scouting trip, because in my head is we're going in that store empty-handed and we're leaving with a couch and a love seat. But that was an unreasonable expectation.
So when we we were, we were living on a budget when we first got married.
Yeah.
And so this actually involves the ranchero. So we found, as you said, we shopped around, we found a couch at a furniture salvage company.
Yeah.
In Smithfield.
All right.
So we were in Cary. So we're talking about less than an hour away. But Dad and I took the ranchero down to pick it up.
I love it. And you still have that car.
Still have the ranchero. As we pulled into the parking lot at the furniture salvage, the brakes gave out.
No.
Yep.
What happened?
That was the last
master cylinder?
No, it just had a leak in there or something.
Okay.
Whatever it was. Yeah. So across the street, so while I was inside taking care of the couch, Dad walked across the street to like an auto store and got Advanced Auto and got brake fluid. And so we just eased it back home.
Topped it up?
Topped it off, kept them pumped up and brought it back home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. Well, I mean, the love seat couch that we bought, we still have.
I do.
Yeah. We still have it.
Are you cleaning it?
We need to vacuum it. Planning on vacuuming it, but it's got me thinking, let's go ahead and
steam clean.
Let's go ahead and give it a steam clean. Here's the thing I've learned. It's never too late to do the right thing.
Man, that couch was a sleeper.
Do y'all still have it?
No. It was a sleeper.
Is it in Sophie's apartment?
No, it's long gone.
Okay, all right.
It's long gone. I forget what happened to it, actually. It was a sleeper, and we had a 3-story walk-up. We had to get it up 3 floors.
Who's we?
Christy and I.
Y'all carried it, the two of you?
No, we took 4 guys to get upstairs.
All right.
And it was still a struggle.
This is the one you delivered in the ranchero?
The one we delivered, sure.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. We upgraded the next couch we got. We had more money, so we got a nicer couch.
Okay. So here's the thing. Every fall, you and I, we rent a lawn aerator.
We do.
And we split the cost of it. I air my lawn. I still throw it on a trailer, bring it over to you. You aerate your lawn, and we both grow a variety of grass and weeds.
Right. Mainly weeds. Yeah. I like for my yard to be aerated for the weeds.
Yes, it makes weeds grow green. Typically, they grow nice and green.
Enough,
the green, my weeds are green. My grass is brown. I don't know why it works that way, but this is the way it works. But maybe we should go in and every spring rent a steam cleaner together.
Change all the batteries in our fire
extinguisher, smoke detectors,
and steam clean.
Steam clean up because steam clean the upholstery. Y'all have any carpet in your house? We've got some carpet in the upstairs. We'll probably go ahead and do that too.
Yeah, but you think about doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I guess because you see it.
Yeah.
I mean, you see,
or starts getting mad.
Yeah, you can see that, but I'm astonished at upholstery fabric. Actually, you think about fabric, how long it lasts, and actually, it looks good for a really, really long time.
If everybody takes care of it, nobody's eating on it, anything like that, it can last a while.
Yeah.
But still, a lot of people are sitting on it.
A lot of people are sleeping on it, taking naps on it. I'm coming out of the garage. I'm sitting on it.
Right.
Kids are coming from the pool. They're sitting on it. I'm waiting on their wet bathing suits. But just a variety of.
Well, this is your warning from TDSR to make sure you clean.
Yeah, just give it a shot. So tell me, or maybe you have a rhythm. I'd like to hear somebody's rhythm on. It's like, every Easter and every Thanksgiving.
There's going to be
doing this.
There's going to be people that don't ever think about doing this, and then there's going to be the people that do it.
Oh no, and that sampling of only just 6 people. I had the gamut.
Yeah,
I had the gamut.
Now, it used to seem like you could get change out of our couches growing up. Like you always like if you cleaned the couch out, you always found like change.
Oh yeah,
enough change. Like there was a.
Did you ever say, hey, if you vacuum the couch to your kids, you can keep whatever you find in the cushions?
I've done that with the car, or I've heard mechanics doing that. That's like, one of my children is saying, yes, if you vacuum the couch, you can keep all the change.
All right, okay.
Yeah, there's a chair. I used to work in this one place. For some reason, there was always change in that chair. I almost every month I could get a soda from the change that was in this chair of where I'd work because I would go into this building
like in a waiting room.
No, it was in an office area, and I guess whoever sat there routinely just left all kinds of change in that chair, and it would be enough to go get something out of it.
That's a little bonus there.
Yeah, it was kind of a bonus.
One question I do have about these things is, do they really work? I mean, these, especially maybe the home consumer type, because you can buy these things, these steam cleaners, these upholstery cleaners. Do you have to go to a professional to get the professional grade? Yeah. And well, here's another thing. I don't see them all that often. For as many couches that exist in the world today, it makes me believe that it's not being done all that much because these professional trucks, I would think you'd see them all the time. I see plumbers. I see electricians.
Yeah.
I don't see Stanley steamers or yard guys all over the place, but I don't see upholstery or carpet cleaning trucks as much as you think.
Well, and you would think as much as they're advertising like those ductwork cleanings now, you'd see.
Oh, yeah. Right, exactly. But do they work? I mean, how well do they work?
So I heard a story recently, very recently, where a couch had been marked on. Yeah. And they used one of these.
Marked on with what?
Like markers.
Oh, no.
Crayons and markers. They used a steam cleaner on it, and it came completely clean.
You're kidding.
I've had mixed results, personally.
All right.
I've used them over the years for different things. Yeah. I've had mixed results. But maybe they've gotten better since the last time.
Well, maybe some listeners can give us some names of the really good ones.
So used to, you would get them at the grocery store. They would have them at the front.
Well, I've seen those for carpet cleaners. Yeah, but do they do upholstery too?
But they had the little handheld units you could buy.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that.
And so you would buy the pre-treatment, and you buy the shampoo. Yeah. You buy the unit, you buy the handheld, and you could do your car, you could do inside your house. And I've had mixed results with those.
Yeah, again, I wonder how good those are.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure the technology has probably come a long way since the last time.
I don't maybe they can't. Steam is only on 212 degrees. It can't get hotter than that.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying,
maybe the chemicals, maybe the transfer. Yeah.
Because I had always kind of mixed results with them.
Well, I like to hear if these things are really working, or is this just snake oil?
It's got to be. They have the little bucket on there where you can see the dirty water coming out.
Yeah, but is it enough?
I don't think it's enough. like you could never get my car. You've got to replace the car seat. Which I've thought about doing.
If you do, I need one for my Scout.
Do you really?
Yeah.
A seat?
I do.
Would that go in there?
Well, I will make it work.
I guess you can make it.
I can make it work. I also need your passenger seat, though, too.
Well, this is the passenger seat that's soaked.
Oh, all right.
Driver's seat.
I need your driver's
sit
seat.
The cup in the passenger seat.
I need them both. They need to match. I'm not going to put
some racing seats in my car.
But I think you should. Keep the car, by the way. We talked about that.
I have no plans to get rid of my car.
All right.
But it doesn't sound right, but you've come to the end of this episode of That Don't Sound Right that is asking you, is your upholstery clean?
Hey, before we close, we want to thank everyone for listening, especially if you're new. I hope you enjoyed this conversation and the way we do it and why we do it. Think about hitting the subscribe button on the platform you listen with. Also, if you're a longtime listener, please give us that rating. Leave us a review. Follow us on Instagram. Cecil has been very diligent in getting new material on Instagram. And so find us there and join the conversation.
The Instagram we're using that to drive people back to the podcast. So that's why we're creating content now for Instagram at least once a week.
Right. And I think we're probably going to, at least within before the end of the year, we're going to try a video platform.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to try that.
We're going to try a video platform.
Also, we got lots of positive comments about Michael Neves' episodes.
Oh, is that right?
People really enjoyed hearing him. Again, it's the case of they're like, you two guys should quit doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And let him do it.
I think that's fine. He's got a great radio voice.
Yeah, he did. He had good stories. So thanks again, Michael. All right, That Don't Sound Right is a production of TSR Podcast in conjunction with Camel City Studios. I am your co-host and sound engineer, Cecil. Peter is your other host and does all your web design. Please go to the website and see it. Camille is our barista. Libby sat in for her today. Emily does our graphic design. Al does our Instagram. Giorgio tests our merchandise. Brent is our international brand ambassador. And as always, listener number one is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking
and stay curious.